Stormy, welcome back. Hopefully your hand's doing a little better. I'm just doing more optics. I think I'm gonna make today a short day though. Yeah, getting a little tired. Let's see what should we make today. Yeah, I think it's okay. So that's good. So let's just put some names. So be going. Right. Yeah, take it easy. Although I think I personally will personally need to find the scissors. But um, I want to. There's one more thing I want to do today. Then, yeah, I don't plan to spend too much time today. Honestly, I feel like I didn't really recover from last week. What? No. I feel like too much stuff happened last week. I think tomorrow I'll do some circuits. Some circuits. Okay. Oh, no. Let's see. Fiber. I think we cared that much, but so we do have a five. So that's expensive. About $300. Not something we can just buy right. Yeah, we're already using so many suboptimal optics. It's fine. What's Operator? Tablet? Oh, nice, nice. What kind? I mean, I guess it requires some clarification, right? Like a drawing tablet or like a like an iPad type tablet. Oh, this is the wrong. There it is. Okay, sorry, I was using the wrong thing. Um, Galaxy Tab A8. Which one is that? Galaxy Tab A8. Which one is this? What? Um, it goes to show how how little I know about mobile CPUs. I have no idea where a Unisoc Tiger T618 sits. But I like the size, though. I gotta say, it's okay. That's what I thought it was. So it is like a 10 point some inch. Okay, I like the size. You know, before I was like, like I have the one of the older iPads, right? And I was like, it's I don't know, I think it's smaller than like 9 inches or something. And at the time I was like, oh, that's not a big deal, but the longer I use it, the more I'm like, I wish I had a couple extra, a little bit more screen real estate. And actually, my brother got a one of the 10-inch iPads, and I took a look at it. I was like, yeah, actually, wait, no, this size is way better. So 10 inches is definitely a good size. Or oh wait, no, I was gonna swap these components. Yeah. Actually, at one point I had been looking at Android tablets because I wanted to. I was specifically looking for one that I could actually flash with like Postmarket OS or really any kind of Linux distribution, to be honest. Um, yeah, for flight sims. Oh, no, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, okay, yeah. And then you can just like have it on the side. Oh, that's so. That's a good idea. Oh. So in that case, is there a dedicated separate app, or do you just hook it up to your computer as like a, using like a, tab, how there's like apps to convert your tablet into like a secondary monitor, but it's an app. Okay. It's like a dedicated app. That makes sense. Yeah, I was gonna say what do you call it? The secondary monitor apps. I much prefer like a dedicated app to do the task because I tried a bunch of like the using using your just like essentially just streaming video over to your tablet, and it's like it's yeah, it's better to have a dedicated app, honestly. I mean, not that the secondary monitor stuff is bad. It's just it. Yeah, I never really found one that worked. You know, just I guess the main issue is that all the second using use your iPad as a secondary monitor type apps is I guess under the hood they use basically the same technology. So if you try to download two apps and use them on separate devices, like two like developed by two different developers, then since the something under the hood, I guess the driver that they use is the same or something, so like it breaks one or the other, and it's like it's a stupid thing. Anyway, move by. Yeah, but that's a good idea. Oops. Borrow this power outlet with launcher. And I guess I should kill power. Don't want to blind myself. Yeah, from Jobtons. Uh, Alright, let's use this little one. So we also yeah, use letter. And much point oh two volts. That's a little too small. Not sure if there's any remaining. Actually, wait, there's one right here. Right. Numbers being let me change plans and take with power for the different spot. Three milliwatts. Okay, that's more workable. So I think the solution is I don't. I think the solution is I don't take off here and I take it forward from the microscope table and send it over. Oh yeah, I'll be there. Oh yeah, I'll be back. So, what's the spot? Actually, you know what? Since I don't really feel like doing this today, I'm gonna separate or I'm gonna sort these screws. Oh, just- Oh wait, I forgot the patch. All right. So let's just sort these. Oh, you just here so I don't have to bend my arms. The Death Laser. It's totally on hold, actually. I've uh, I made some progress on the main project that I have, so it's kind of that's kind of taking up all my time. Although, thanks to the recent progress, actually, we were able to convince our PI to let me order a new laser. so, so the mystery laser from the recycling bin is on hold, but we have a new one coming, so that's fun. Okay, I need a better system for this. That's here. And then I just need to figure out where to put the laptop. How about here? Yes, that barely fits. And then, specifically for what I'm doing right now, it's I'm just sorting a bunch of screws. Um, we have a little bit of a maybe not a mystery bag, but something like a mystery bag of screws that um, they're just random screws that have kind of accumulated you know, over time, and they're useful. They're all the right size that we normally use. It's just they're in all in just like a bag. So um, sorting those so we can actually use these screws without having to actually go searching for stuff. Just realized I don't have a good way of we have there's like so many different sizes for these things. Um Gold camo, is that Call of Duty, I assume? Ow. It's such an awkward size. It's like there's like half sizes for all the standard sizes. Yeah, okay, cool. What is the multiplayer Call of Duty? So actually, wait, yeah, sorry, I just realized I don't have a good way of sorting these or keep uh Yeah, because if I dump them all into this bag, I don't know what size the screw is anymore. Shit. Guess I sort of do. You know what? I think the best solution is just do this on the floor. There's plenty of space on the floor. I think that's just what I got to do. And move the laptop too. Yeah, sorry, I'm not really that familiar with Call of Duty. Okay. Now I can just have the screws all in a circle around me. And then, I mean, that's really what it is, man. It's not even a small bag, man. It's just like, oh, here's a leftover screw. Let's just, you're taking apart some optics or something. But yeah, Reiner, welcome back. Um, Actually, this is better. Yeah, it's a lot easier on my arms to do this. Ah, fuck. Oh, it's this size. Okay, so this side is actually here. But these are the same. And then there's just some rando other schools. Oh, I actually haven't watched Suicide Squad, but yeah, man, it's just it's a 5/8 screw, half-inch screw, and 3/8 screw. I mean, to be honest, it's a pain, but also like I don't feel all that productive today. I might as well do something useful, right? Yeah. I mean, yeah, like, and to be fair, like, I've dumped screws into this pile as well, so it's not like I'm totally, innocent in contributing to this pile either, right? So, um, I mean, of course, at the same time, I've never seen anyone else try to, you know, source or use screws from this pile, so I feel like people only ever add to the pile, but, um, minor difference. Man, my hands are gonna smell like steel at the end of this. I mean, they already do, but I don't know if it's fine. And I feel like even if I don't get the screw sizes exactly right, it's probably fine. There are a few where they're like in between screw sizes. I think I'll just put it into the larger one, or just sort it into the larger category. Hurts. Yeah, whatever grad student was initially, started in this lab, I guess. I mean, I guess the oldest experiment in here is more than 10 years old now. So yeah, actually, we know what happened. The the original grad students that started in here, I think they just got their professorships. Yeah, they just got professorship offers. So yeah. I mean, obviously, the person that made the screw might have been a postdoc at the time, in which case they're probably, long gone. Oh, see, here's now to the awkward size. But, yeah. Yeah, you either die adding to the screw bag, or live long enough to be the one to sort it, right? Yeah. It's kind of a lame, supervillain backstory, but I mean, By all means. Actually, one of the postbacks that just recently got accepted to, I think they went to Yale. But they were really impressive because if you just like showed them a screw, they knew exactly which screwdriver it needed, like just visually. It's like I wish I had that superpower, right? Be able to know exactly which tool you need. Tool. Oh. Yeah, like holy shit, we had all these screws the whole time, and here I was spending like 10 minutes looking for one specific screw. Yeah, of course we should sort this shit. I mean, I wasn't actually spending that long, but what? Oh, what screw is this? Oh, standard seams. Oh, I see. Right. Yeah, I guess if you're working with larger stuff, then it's probably a little easier to narrow down. Yeah, yeah. Actually, the I guess the really annoying thing though is that for some reason we have a mix of imperial and metric screws in here, and well, maybe it's not for some reason. There's a somewhat valid reason for there to be such a mixture, but it's so annoying when you're like, oh yeah, this is totally such and such size, and then it turns out to be slightly off because it's actually the closest like metric equivalent or something. And it's like, oh, okay, great, I gotta go walk up to the what do you call it? We have like a little electronics room with all our tools, and it's like, okay, I gotta walk up to the electronics room and grab that one metric, wrench that we have or some shit like that. I just had that happen the other day. It was a shelf. Two of the shelves had imperial screws to tighten them, and then one of the shelves had a metric one, and it was like, fine. I mean, I'm glad I noticed before we, stripped the screw, but so it's 9:30. I'll do as much sorting I can until maybe 10 o'clock, and then probably call it a day today. Not in the mood to get too much done. Actually, the thing that really annoyed me the other day, the thing that really annoyed me the other day was that I was talking about we have some specific wrenches that we use to tighten down optics into their holders. We call it a wrench, but really it's like a cylindrical tube with two little like prongs sticking out of one of the round surfaces. And the idea is that you can use, and those two prongs mate with the optical component. So you kind of use those two prongs as like a fork to like turn the optical component. Um, but anyway, I was looking for one of these things, and so I noticed on one of my colleagues' table there were like three of them, and I was like, fine. Like I don't want to mess with their table. I'll just bring it up later if we need to, that we need to buy some more because clearly they're using them all. Of course, I don't think they're actually using them all. What I really want to say is put the damn wrench back so someone else can use it. But anyway, a couple hours later, I was there and I was like, oh yeah, by the way, someone was asking about putting an order into to Thor Labs, who we buy all these components from, right? And I was like, yeah, we should get some wrenches because I saw there weren't any in the shelf earlier. And then this colleague, the one that, has three fucking wrenches on his table, is like, no, we have plenty, see? And so, like he hands me one, and I'm like, but there weren't any in the shelf earlier, like, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, if you get what I'm trying to say. And he's like, no, we got plenty, and I'm like, we should really order some. But anyway, we didn't end up ordering any, but it's like, even earlier today, I was looking for this wrench again, and I looked on this table, and there's literally three of them again. And it's like, man, can you please put them fucking back? Like, I don't mind him using it, right? Like, he clearly needs three wrenches if that keeps happening, right? But it's like, don't, don't, like, argue with me when I'm trying to get someone to, or when I'm trying to put it on the requisition. They all the same. Yes, they were all the same size. Yeah, the other sizes the other size, the smaller size of the one larger size, were in the shelf. But the specific size that he uses, he had three of. I don't really think he needs three, but the fact of the matter is, the fact that all three end up on his table, like I'm not gonna argue with that. Like if he needs three for some reason or makes him feel better or whatever, I don't know. I don't care. It's not my money. Like cool. Like have at it. But then like don't stop me from ordering more. Like I'm fine with if he needs three wrenches, like that's totally fine. I don't it's good to have redundancy and he's maybe I don't know what he's doing. But anyway, but it's like don't stop me from ordering them. I don't know I was talking about this individual has come up with, in some conversations with one of the postdocs that I work with as well, just because um, they also don't really keep their station super clean, which is again understandable because it's you can't keep your station clean all the time, right? Uh, yeah, no, it was really annoying because it's three of them, exact same size, exact same model number even. I checked. Okay. Yeah, no, I was like, I've been trying to give the dude plenty of the benefit of the doubt and be like, yeah, like I do that too, right? Like I take like a bunch of screwdrivers just because I keep missing up, because I don't have the sizes memorized, right? Like I'm not gonna blame that, but also I put screwdrivers back at the end of the day, and it's like, okay, so you can't do that every day necessarily, right? Sometimes you just need the same tool multiple days in a row. That's fine again. Which is why I just wanted to buy another one. Like that's why I wanted to buy it. Like I get it. I get it. Like so that's why I was like, if we can afford to buy another one, right? Like let's just buy one. And then so don't stop me when I'm trying to buy a new one. And the hilarious thing is that these wrenches are more like tubes, right? They're like metal tubes. So what do you're like triple wielding these like tubular like wrench things with like one hand or something? Like I don't know. Wrenches, man, wrenches. Like I don't know, man. At this point I might just because it's happened for like the third time already. I'm tempted to just like order it without asking. Like I don't think anyone's gonna audit my order if I buy like one wrench, right? So I'm really tempted at this point to just order it and then just be done with it. Because clearly, trying to be, what do you call it? trying to. I can be like straightforward with them, right? Like I could just tell them, hey, you're using the wrenches and you're not putting it back. But like that's not the point I'm trying to make, right? Because then the dude's gonna say, oh, okay, I'll remember to put it back, and then they'll remember for probably like a week, and then they'll forget again. I don't care about that. That's the thing, right? Like I don't care that he uses the wrench. He needs the wrench, so he uses the wrench. Therefore, we have a wrench. Like that I'm totally fine with. It's just that like the only point I'm trying to make is like it's like if we need another wrench, then we just need another wrench, and we can afford it. So why don't we just buy it? Why do I gotta argue with these people about ordering a wrench that's clearly necessary? Like, okay, yeah. Like I buy a wrench and it just adds. It's quadruple wielding. You're absolutely right, but I think we can order more wrenches than he has limbs or fingers. So I think we can out wrench. Worst case scenario, we can out wrench him. Oh man, that'd be so hilarious to see. And like earlier, like I was saying, like the clutter I don't mind either because well, a it's not my workspace, so I don't give a shit. But also b, I mean, we got a lot of crap going on. It will clutter no matter what. So like I don't give a shit about the clutter. It's just, but I don't want to have to go through piles and piles of shit just to find a wrench. Like if we just have enough wrenches, then I'll never have to go looking for one, right? So I don't know. I really think I might just order one at this point. Like it's actually kind of funny. Like I've tried to, like I don't like just buy like kind of what do you call it, going rogue and just like buying shit, right? Um, but I also like ask for help with some stuff from other people in our lab, and I guess it's gotten to the point where multiple other teams and our group have offered to just buy me stuff because they've independently all observed that basically 80% of my problems come from not being authorized to buy shit that's rather trivial in cost. So it's okay in the sense that like really worst case scenario, I can hit up like four different people and ask them to like just buy it for me, just so I don't have to deal with this authorization issue. So yeah, and like like, and that's the thing, right? Like like I can't, I don't want to. Like it's true that it interferes with the workplace, but also like I can just deal with it. But yeah, I mean, we can afford to solve the problem with money, at least at this scale. There's some things we can't buy. There's a low noise preamplifier that I do want to buy, but that's a little too expensive to just buy. So there are, we're not, our group isn't filthy stick and rich, right? But like a wrench, I think is within the realm of what we can afford. So I really might just buy one. Actually, one thing that they don't offer that I kind of wish they did is when we tighten down optical fibers, there's a concern. Well, we want to tighten tight enough that it doesn't go anywhere, but also not so tight that it damages the housing. So I really wish Thorlabs sold like a ratcheting like optical fiber tightening screwdriver wrench majig. I don't really know what to call it. I looked through their portfolio and I couldn't immediately find one, but that's like we need more like shit that wrenches, man. We need like, or sorry, not wrenches. We need more things that like ratchet. That's what we need. Hi. I don't want to. I don't want to risk sounding like a dumbass by trying to pronounce that. But hi. Yeah. I'm sorting screws very carefully. Actually, so this is just what we were talking about a moment ago, but yeah, there's just this kind of our lab has just kind of a bag of screws that are just kind of like a it's the bag that people dump screws in when they don't want to bother like putting the screw back into the proper shelf. And we're starting to actually run out of screws, so now I'm sorting the big bag. Actually, about halfway done now. Not only took what like maybe like half an hour. I think we're actually making good time. Yeah, and I try to be understanding because like I'm a pretty messy person as well, right? Like not I'm not some master of organization and cleanliness. In fact, I'm probably more disorganized and messy than the average person. So like I try not to like I'm trying to be understanding, but yeah, like it'd be hypocritical of me to be too hard on the guy, but like also like three wrenches, three of the exact same fucking wrench. Anyway, actually, I'm making good time. There's a lot of stuff. Can you speak Spanish? Unfortunately, no. I could try, but I don't think I'm not in the mood to butcher an entire language with my shitty pronunciation at the moment. Although now that you mention it, it is about the time that I usually see more Spanish speaking viewers kind of, well, what's the best word? Pop in. Like they're not regulars. It's just it is about that time of day. What? But well, time zone wise, well, I guess it depends if you're from Mexico or Spain, right? It's not really easy to say the time zone must be this. Maybe Mexico, Spain, or anywhere else really, but anyway, there's plenty of Spanish speakers around the globe. But yeah, yeah. I kind of wish I had like a. At one point, I had it set up so that I had good track of what do you call it? What viewers were from where and what time zone they were in, but I never kept up, or I never really kept up with or kept that thing up to date. So don't actually know. A LTT screwdriver. Oh yeah, like if I can just make like an add-on for the LTT. No, that's a good idea. Yeah, like if I can just like make an add-on for the LTT screwdriver, right? Because it's already got a decent, and like I mean, obviously the ratcheting isn't necessarily the right amount of torque, but it's a start, right? Yeah, no, actually that's a good point. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that. Yeah. I mean, I was thinking of the LTT screwdriver, but I was thinking, oh, I'd have to DIY it. But no, you're right. Yeah, like the tips are replaceable, so I should just totally just prototype something that fits the LTT screwdriver. Yeah. Sounds actually that honestly that I'm kind of want to do that now. So we're in finals week. I'm not taking classes, so it doesn't matter to me. But one of my colleagues is taking a class, a graduate level class, and he'd been asking about learning like how to 3D print stuff, or just kind of really just kind of I don't really know what he wants to learn. I mean, you still need to talk about that, but he wanted to do something like that. He kind of mentioned, and I was like, yeah. So the other day I was like, yeah, we can totally do it. After classes end. And he thought that was a fun idea. There's well, actually I have two colleagues that asked about that really. But the point is, so I was planning to do kind of like a 3D printing day at some point in the near future. But I hadn't really thought on what I was thinking, right? Like what I wanted to do was have everyone has their own little project, and then we just kind of CAD it, while we're all there. That way, people that need help can get help, and people that know how to do it can just kind of do it. And then we can all just set it up on 3D printer and stuff. But I can make the ratcheting thing. I can try. Well, I mean, I can't because I don't own an LT screwdriver. But I could make like a prototype bit, and just make it parametric so I can figure out what. In fact, after actually the LTT screwdriver probably has specs online, so I can probably see what size the bit is. Um, and then just order it afterwards. But no, that's a good idea. Yeah, I might do that for my little project then. Yeah. I was trying to think of something that was useful, but also not, like, trivial. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, I'll if I do it, I'll let you know how it goes. But that's a good idea. Yeah, because there's a number of things, right, that I want kind of ratcheted. The fiber thing. Really, it's the fiber thing. Um, yeah. Well, I don't feel like it's mainly the fiber thing. Yeah, the fiber wrench, the jig. I mean, it doesn't exist, but and then actually, Thorlab sells stuff that's listed as like customer inspired. But maybe they'll copy me and do like a customer inspired wrench or some shit like that. That would be funny if that pops up. As long as we just ah, interesting. Okay. Yeah. So then I just need to make it like longer then. I mean that makes sense. That well, right, because torque is f cross whatever the other vector is, right? Yeah. Right. Okay. I didn't do super well in statics, okay? Cut me some slack. I think it was F cross the arm or some shit like that. Actually, the dumbest thing is that I took statics before I took linear algebra, so I didn't know how to do cross products. That was that was a pretty shitty semester. And I took linear like a few semesters after that, and then I was like, oh, this all makes sense now. It's not just some weird plug and chug shit. Yeah, math ain't really my strong suit, to be honest. Yeah. Ooh, simplicity of life, actually. I mean, like that's after I took engineering, or I guess I didn't really take many engineering courses, but I helped out in the engineering lab, right? So, after that, like I definitely, like it was a really good experience. Like I'm not gonna make some like any bullshit, complicated mechanisms anymore. It's like, yeah, I've gone through the hassle of having to build those BS mechanisms by hand. I'm not like if I can get away with exactly like something simple like a lever, then yeah, no, I agree. We don't need any complicated fancy shit. Just keep it simple, right? And that's one thing where I've had to really like kind of hold my tongue, so to speak. One of my colleagues is doing like 3D printing on one aspect of our project, and I let them do it because I don't I kind of assumed they were. I mean, in retrospect, I don't know if they really like it, like doing 3D printing, or really CAD, but oh god, shit. But at least at the time, I thought they were interested, so I was like, yeah, yeah, go for it. But the designs they make are so like, oh, I look at the design, I'm like, you could, like reduce the number of features by like 50% and still get the same result. Why is this designed like this? And it's not even like not even like reduced. Have I used some like complicated method of reducing the number of features? But it's just like it's just like you could just not do this, and it wouldn't affect the function of the part at all. You could just literally just like not have got it in the first place. Um, yeah, but I mean, again, they're still learning, so I think I don't want to, I don't want to like, criticize the shit out of them, but definitely a few head scratchers there. Sweet old squad. So, what do you do with the wheels? I think I misunderstood the advice. What do you do when you do what with the wheel? I wish I knew more about, just speaking of mechanics though, just as kind of separate thing, I wish I knew more about cars though. Um, it just seems like for something that, at least in the US, basically, kind of transit kind of revolves around using a car in the US, right? But in spite of that, I feel like I should know more. At the same time, it's hard to know where to start, right? So, also, I just can't really afford a car right now either. But that can be resolved in due time. But the not knowing much about a car thing would still be an issue, right? So, whoops, whoops, whoops. Ow. Want to change it or just get air? Um, list. I see. So the lifting is actually done with your legs, but your arms are just there to kind of, I guess, hold it. Not lift, but hold. Is that the idea? Okay. Okay, yeah, yeah. I can see that. I can see that. Okay. Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. I'll keep that in mind. Thank- Or at least that's what if that is what you're saying. I could see that being the case. Uh, uh, yeah. I mean, with that said, will I ever own a truck? I mean, I'd like to at some point, right? Just be nice, Feel like I feel like I go to Home Depot enough that, or the hardware store enough that it makes sense for me to buy a truck. But, but yeah, the thing is I'm stingy though, right? So, but a stingy person like me to really buy a truck, I guess it turns out to be the cheaper option. But But I guess one big question with cars these days is, like, oh, sorry, what do you say? Or some kind of upgrade on PCs, right? But that's the thing I'm worried about, right? Because I hear cars these days are like really hard to kind of maintain by the end user. So part of the whole thing is like, I'd like to know more, and I realize it's easier to learn more once you have a car and it just breaks. But then it seems like to buy a car that is repairable, you have to know enough about cars in the first place, right? So it's like, so at some point I need to know about cars enough before I own a car, so that after I own a car, I can learn more about, you know, working on a car. Right? So it's like this catch 22, or it's like, well, wait, I need to know about cars in order to know which car to buy, in order to learn about cars. So anyway, that's what I was just, like I'm not, I haven't, seriously looked at what I could buy. Um, well, first of all, I need to kind of renew my driver's. I need to would not renew even. I only got a permit initially, so I need to actually get my driver's license. But uh, yeah, yeah, and I hear they're like super integrated now, so that there's not much the end user can do, which is honestly a little disappointing. But I figure that's where if I just buy the right car, then I should be able to buy one that can be worked on. But maybe I should just buy a golf cart. Maybe I should just buy a golf cart and just run it locally. Like older cars and oh, really? Okay, so old cars are fashionable now. Not fashionable, but like are the new hot thing, so to speak. Which I mean, I totally understand. Like I don't. I like to at least try to fix the stuff that I own, right? So, oh, actually, so I don't know if I told you, but the other day I found a 2017 MacBook Pro in the recycling, like on campus, like the campus recycling. I assume one of the labs probably used it as like a lab computer and it probably broke. But the internal disk was shot, so I just taped an external hard drive to it, and then I'm using it right now. Or not right now, but like literally this moment. But like in the office, I use it now. So, but like this is what I mean, right? Like to me, I looked at that MacBook Pro and I'm like, who the hell would throw away something not totally functional, but something that can be made functional with very little effort? But um, yeah. Question of safety. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, okay, yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's a good point. I hadn't really thought about that, but right, yeah, like older cars, so you don't get all the new safety features, and then also you're fixing it by hand, so you have to trust yourself to be able to fix it into a safe, you know, form. But yeah, that's good to hear. Um, I mean, at least with computers, right? With like framework and stuff, that there's more interest in like repairable things. So maybe hopefully that kind of also trickles into like the car, you know, market, and we get more repairable cars. Maybe hopefully, right to repair act for cars, please. I mean, wait, aren't like farmers also fighting for like right to repair their like tractors and shit? Like, can we also get repairable cars by extension? That would be nice. Or at least I think that would be nice. Alright. Alright, there's a bunch of washers and shit left. Actually, I would like to sort this. Ow. But I can just probably throw those into and that is Ziplocs. Let's see. I can use. I can just reuse this. Yeah. Yeah, one of these days. One of these days. I mean, I feel like before I think about getting a car, I need to first, get a stable job of some kind. So it's probably step one, really. So, I yeah, let me sort the remaining washers and then I'll go home. Um, we are short on washers, so I do want to get them sorted, but also I think that's probably enough for today. I'll come back tomorrow and do some other stuff, but be a subscription to Tesla. That's fine. Bring it back. Oh man, I don't even want to think about that, man. Yeah, that subscription crap. Wasn't it like who was it? Like GM or was it like that? Who was it that was like, oh, heated like seats is like a subscription option or some shit like that? Like that you like pay to enable or some shit. It's like I don't remember, but yeah, that to me was like, are you fucking serious? Like I can understand pay to have it install, but like pay to enable it. It's like so it's already there. That was Tesla. Okay, I thought there was some. Okay, well I'm not surprised, but well I mean I guess I'm not surprised that Tesla would do it, but I thought there was another company that did that. And that's I remember Tesla being like paid to have like the range of your car extended, or pay to enable like longer range or some shit like that. I didn't realize they did the I didn't realize they actually did the chair thing. Although I mean again it's not that surprising maybe, but but yeah. It's installed. It was installed by the default, so it's cheaper for them manufacturing wise to just do it ahead of time. But it's not cheaper enough that they can just give it to you. That's so stupid, man. Like, I mean, like I understand, stratifying your portfolio, right? Like you do want different options at different tiers and stuff. But I don't know. I feel like heated chairs seems kind of like come on, you guys couldn't take the hit, or you couldn't just like add the cost to the base cost of the car or some shit like that. I don't know, or at least like not install it so you save the end user like. Well, I mean, really, that's what they should have done, right? They should have just not installed it so that you know it wouldn't cost people extra money. But then also, if they wanted to charge people for it, they could just bring their car in and could be installed or some shit like that, right? Like, yeah, that's I don't know. I mean, like I don't know, man. It's it just seems ridiculous. Yeah. Well, it won't be my problem for a while. I don't plan on owning a car for a while. I can bicycle to and from work just fine, and well, unfortunately, I don't have an offer for a graduate program yet, so I don't have any immediate plans to move. So, um, so unfortunately, or perhaps fortunately, I don't really have to worry about a new car anytime soon. When the big red go on, that's stupid. Yeah, yeah, and I'm sure people will kick up a fuss, right? Because they already did. Um, but yeah, that or honestly, that or the car companies do just go like full dumbass, I guess. Then you know, I think there's a lot of ways I can get away with not having a car. I think if they can't think of a good way of monetizing themselves, at the very least, I think I can probably afford to just not have a car, which I don't think will necessarily hurt. Big car companies. Oh no, they lost one customer over the course of 2 decades, or however long I'd have a car. Like I'm not going to be. I'm not. I wouldn't be a big customer anyway, right? But I just don't think I should. I just don't want to deal with that shit, right? So I'm finishing up here. Just gonna just ziplock all these containers. Yeah, so many screws now. No more dumbass screw deficiency. Covered all the screws. And then I'll put them all back in a new box or something at some point. But go to bed. Yeah, man. What are car companies thinking? Seriously. Ow. Oh. I mean, I guess profits are what they're thinking, but you know. So let's switch the screws with it. Some of these wrenches that just put these. Oh, that's where. Oh, dude, I was looking forever for the specific like ball driver. Someone put it in. Never mind. Anyway, I found it. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. All right, so let's see. Reiner and Skull Meats and the person that Tonto, I don't know. Um, and the Brai. I think that's everyone, right? Thanks for popping by today. I it's a little early. Of course, I did start late, but I'm planning to come in. Well, I guess what I plan to do is I plan to come in at about noon and get some takeout. I think some basil, or I guess it's chicken eggplant basil from the Thai place near campus. It's really good, really good. But get some of that and then watch some G Witch because that's tomorrow, I think, right? Sunday, right? Yeah. Um, and then I'll probably do some work. So I'll probably stream. Well, I'll probably stream tomorrow. I'm planning to do work, so. But yeah, so everyone that came by, thanks for coming by. Take care, stay safe, have a good evening, and I'll catch you guys later. お疲れ。